Hey, let's answer some fun questions together. Dream collaboration. I would love to work with a musician. I think it would be so cool to do like visuals for an album or even a cover. My dream artist right now would probably be Ariana Grande or Casey Musgraves. I feel like their vibes right now kind of go with my work. Best way to unwind. Definitely right now it's cuddling with my puppy. Best environment for creating. Anywhere you're not afraid to make a mess. Describe your art style in 3 words. I think I would say ethereal, psychedelic, and joyful. Success as an artist defined by you. I want to say success is being able to financially support yourself, but I honestly don't believe that. I think success is just being able to connect with other people when people love your art and connect with it. That was the same question. Describe abstract art in 3 words. I would say fearless, bold, and emotional. Non-art hobby. I don't have many, but something that I have done the past couple years and gotten really into is Pilates, because honestly, it helps me lift things in my studio. Gotta stay strong. Must-have artistic tool. Mine is definitely my wide brushes, those 8-inch giant brushes. Those are my must-have. Favorite part of creating. I think my favorite part of creating is honestly just being able to turn off your thoughts and kind of like escape the real world for a minute. What sparked your love for art? That's so hard. I think I've loved art since I was born. But if I had to choose one thing, it would probably just be like self-expression, like being able to express yourself in that way. That's like why I love art and why I create art. Memorable reaction to your art. I have a lot actually, but I think something I noticed is that once I started sharing kind of the meaning behind my pieces, that's when people really reached out to me with personal stories and really connected with me more on an individual level, and that's been the most exciting reaction to my art, rather than just people thinking it's pretty. Ooh, how do you handle critiques of your work? I'm still working on that one, to be honest. But I think, honestly, if you personally love something so much, you're not going to be afraid of critiques, because if you're personally invested in it and love it, that's not going to affect you as much. But we're still working on it. Why abstract art? There are no rules. That's why. There's no rules. I love that. Toughest part of being an artist. There are a lot of tough parts, to be honest. But I think the toughest for me is it can be a little lonely. You are in your studio kind of all day alone for the most part, and it would be nice to have a little coworker. But yeah, I think loneliness is the hardest part. How do you beat creative blocks? That I'm also still working on, but I think the best way to beat a creative block is to act like creative blocks don't exist and just to push through every single day, really make this a practice, because if you wait till you're inspired, you might never create anything at all. Go-to color palette. If it wasn't obvious enough, the entire palette is my go-to color palette. The rainbow. The rainbow is my favorite color palette. What emotions do you aim for in your art? I think that changes a bit through my different styles, but right now I'm really thinking about nostalgia and comfort when I'm creating, and joy. I want people to feel a sense of joy when they look at my work. Last one, your biggest artistic risk. That is definitely quitting my full-time job to become an artist. That has been my biggest risk, not just in art, but in life, to be honest.